It's interesting when you look at the pardons that were granted by Joe Biden. The dates are very specific. They all begin when January of 2014, which is just right before the money starts coming from China, Ukraine, and Russia. So he knew exactly what he was doing when he issued those subpoenas. What I love about the book, there are a number of things I love about the book. One is you really give the story of kind of what the Bidens were doing and how you uncovered it, but you present it in a way that is simple but not simplistic. Because, to your point, when you engage in corruption like the Bidens did, you're trying to cover it up. So you're going to run it through a bunch of companies. You're going to try to make it confusing, so it's hard for people to follow it. What was the biggest surprise for you when you were engaging in this investigation? How widespread it was, how detailed? What was the biggest, most shocking thing to you as somebody who had been in the financial world, who's been in Congress, who's been involved in investigations before?
The biggest surprise for me was that there wasn't someone in the government that came out sooner to blow the whistle on this. I mean, and that there was not one journalist with a liberal mainstream media outlet that wanted to say, all right, I'm going to get a Pulitzer. I'm going to be the next Bernstein and Woodward here. I'm going to uncover. There was not a single serious journalist that was willing to do anything. Politico did a story on me last week on the investigation, and the girl admitted she never even read the final report. It was just 53 pages. But she's writing a story on the investigation, and she hadn't even read the report. I mean, my God, the laziness and the obedience of this press corps to write whatever the Democrat National Committee or George Soros or whomever sends them to write was breathtaking. So, it just was very disappointing to learn that 3 different DOJ jurisdictions, you had a couple of FBI offices, you had the Securities and Exchange Commission, and you had the IRS all investigating, but yet not one person came forward until our investigation triggered Shapley and Ziegler to come forward. They never would have come forward without our investigation. And, they've been retaliated against, by the way, and I'm trying to get the Trump people to reward them. They're sharp, and we should set an example. If you come forward with corruption and it's true, you're going to flourish in the federal government. If you sit on it and you cover it up, then you're going to be held accountable. That's what I want to see. And I think that's where the accountability has to start. I've told Kash Patel this. We're relaying this to Pam Bondi. You've got to bring in the government employees in, either through depositions or public hearings or something, and get them to start talking and put this thing together. And let's trace it back and see. They'll start talking, I think, if their own hide is on the scale here.